皆さんこんにちは. In this video, we're going to look at a few more activities from Nearpod. So let's start off with memory test. Just like memory test, just click and see if you can find the match. And once you finish, it gives you how you did, so how many moves you have to make in order to get the matching. Now you can also set a final question, so you can set things like which one is the odd one out. So let's have a look at how I set this up. Now when you open up memory test, this is what it looks like. Now with the image, it might be good for primary school, but I strongly suggest using the text, simply because you can use the text as a hiragana recognition practice. So you just drag and drop into each section, and then you can start typing. And then you can set the final question. So what I did before was the question was, which character is the odd one out? And then you simply click, and that just gives a bit more question that you can set the students. Another one we're going to look at is draw function. The draw function, it gives you the draw palette, where you can just draw using a mouse, or you can insert the picture. Now if the student is using a mobile device and log into Nearpod, they can take a photo of whatever they've written in their exercise book and then submit it. You can also type, and then submit. So in terms of draw its function, it's fairly straightforward. One way you can actually make fairly instant draw is click and then convert to draw. Now what this does is whatever PowerPoint slide you have, it turns into a draw function. So this would be great for things like scanning the passage, and then you want the students to highlight certain parts. So let's have a look at how it shows up. This is one of the slides that I've converted into draw. So for example, this is, let's say, a vocab quiz, and you might ask the students to highlight any vocab that they weren't quite sure of, and then they can submit. You can instantly see which vocab majority of the class is having issues and adjust your teaching accordingly. The last one we're going to look at is a collaborate board. As the name suggests, it allows the whole class to collaborate with some ideas. So what I have here is Japanese food. So you can get the students to type in any of the Japanese food they might be familiar with. And so on and so forth. And then you can also like others' comments. So this can be a way to get the students to be interacting with others, while you might have a brainstorming session either at the beginning of the class before you start a new topic, or at the end of a lesson to see how much you've understood. So in terms of setting this up, it's fairly straightforward. Once again, all you do is just to set the style of board, and then you put the heading as well as the description, and then click save.